As a queen, it's no surprise that she owns an extensive array of possessions. Naturally, when you are in charge of a kingdom, you accumulate ownership of many things. Queen Elizabeth II, for instance, is incredibly wealthy, with a collection that includes designer clothes, sprawling estates, and the famed crown jewels. These are just some of the well-known assets associated with royalty. However, beyond these expected items, there is so much more that the Queen owns, much of which the public might not even be aware of. Intrigued? Let's dive in and discover what else belongs to the Queen. Number 1. The Queen officially owns all the unclaimed swans on the River Thames, as well as those on open waters throughout England and Wales. This ownership is not exclusive, as she shares it with the Worshipful Company of Vintners and the Worshipful Company of Dyers, an arrangement that has been in place since the 15th century. Furthermore, each year there is a traditional 5-day event known as Swan Upping, during which officials count and monitor the health of the swans. Number 2. Under a statute that dates back to 1324, implemented during the reign of King Edward II, the Queen technically owns all whales, sturgeons, dolphins, and porpoises found in the UK. This law means that if anyone accidentally catches one of these animals within 3 miles of England's shoreline, they are required to inform Buckingham Palace and offer the catch to the Queen as a gesture of loyalty. This tradition still stands today, even though the chances of this happening may seem rare. Number 3. The Queen has long been known for her love of corgis, but after the passing of her last corgi, Willow, in 2018, something unexpected happened. She unintentionally helped create a new dog breed. One of her corgis mated with Princess Margaret's dachshund, resulting in a crossbreed now known as a Dorgie. The Queen now owns 2 of these Dorgies named Vulcan and Candy. While it's unclear if this was the first time a corgi and dachshund had ever been bred together, these unique dogs have since become a beloved part of the royal family. Number 4. Regent Street, one of the world's most famous roads, is located in London's West End and spans about 1.25 miles in length. This iconic street runs through both Piccadilly Circus and Oxford Circus, making it a central hub for visitors and shoppers alike, attracting over 7.5 million people each year. Originally designed as London's first purpose-built shopping street, Regent Street has become a renowned destination for high-end shopping. Today, it's home to numerous international brands, including Kate Spade, J.Crew, Burberry, and Kiehl's, making it a must-visit location for tourists and locals alike. Number 5. Half of the UK's shoreline. In addition to her vast land and property holdings, the Queen also owns a significant portion of the UK's coastline. According to the Crown Estate, she holds ownership of the territorial seabed extending up to 12 nautical miles from the shore, as well as around half of the foreshore surrounding England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. This remarkable ownership includes both land and maritime areas, further emphasizing the expansive reach of the Crown's assets. Number 6. Buckingham Palace, with its 775 rooms, is the Queen's official residence, but it's just one of her many royal homes. Among the properties she owns is Windsor Castle, the largest occupied castle in the world. In Edinburgh, Scotland, she has Holyrood Palace, a former 12th century monastery that was transformed into a royal palace. In Northern Ireland, the Queen's residence is Hillsborough Castle, which spans a vast 100 acres. Additionally, there's the Sandringham Estate, where the royal family gathers to celebrate Christmas, and Balmoral Castle, her favorite summer retreat. Both Sandringham and Balmoral hold a special significance, as they are the Queen's personal properties, inherited from her father. Number 7. More than 200 Launer handbags. The Queen is known for her loyalty to the luxury London handbag brand Launer. Her favorite styles are the Royale and Traviata, and she reportedly owns an impressive collection of around 200 of them. It's rare to spot the Queen without one of these signature bags, which have become a staple of her wardrobe over the years. But these handbags serve more than just a fashion purpose. The Queen also uses them to send discreet signals to her staff. For example, if she shifts her handbag from one arm to the other, it indicates she wants to wrap up a conversation. So, beyond being a stylish accessory, her lawn or handbags play a practical role in managing royal engagements smoothly and efficiently. Number 8. A private ATM. When the Queen needs access to cash, she doesn't have to search for a public ATM. Instead, she has her own private ATM located in the basement of Buckingham Palace. This exclusive ATM is provided by Coutts Bank and is reserved solely for use by the royal family, ensuring they always have quick and convenient access to funds when needed. Number 9. The Tower of London, built by William the Conqueror in the 1070s, stands as one of the most iconic and popular tourist attractions in the world. Officially named Her Majesty's Royal Palace and Fortress of the Tower of London, it is not only a historic site but also the home of the crown jewels, a symbol of British monarchy. A unique feature of the tower is its flock of 7 ravens, which are surrounded by legend. According to tradition, if 6 of the resident ravens ever leave the tower, both the Tower of London and the kingdom itself are said to fall. This centuries-old myth adds to the mystique of this grand fortress, which continues to captivate visitors today. Number 10. 150,000 works of art. As Queen, Her Majesty is the custodian of one of the largest and most prestigious art collections in the world, containing approximately 150,000 works. While she doesn't personally own the collection, she is entrusted with its care and management. This vast collection includes masterpieces by legendary artists such as Rembrandt, Rubens, and Raphael. Many of these works are displayed in museums and galleries, making them accessible to the public, while others adorn the walls of royal palaces and estates. The collection reflects the historical and cultural significance of the monarchy and remains a key part of the royal family's legacy. Number 11. Passing personal artifacts down through generations is a cherished tradition, and for the royal family, some of these items become part of the royal collection. One such fascinating artifact is Queen Victoria's sketchbook. Queen Victoria, the great-great-grandmother of Queen Elizabeth, was a dedicated artist who sketched regularly, especially during her visits to Balmoral. Her sketches were not intended for public display, but were created purely for her personal enjoyment. This private sketchbook offers a glimpse into Queen Victoria's personal life and artistic interests, highlighting her love for drawing, which was something she cherished deeply. Number 12. A team of racehorses. The Queen's passion for horses goes far beyond just riding. She's also a dedicated and highly successful racehorse owner and investor. She currently has about 30 horses in training, and her horses have proven to be champions. Over the last 3 decades, they have earned her close to $9 million, with a remarkable 451 wins to her name. Her involvement in the world of horse racing has made her not just a fan but a serious player in the sport. Her prize-winning horses reflect her deep love for equestrian activities and her talent for selecting and nurturing top-performing racehorses. Number 13. The Queen's love for driving is well known, especially given her experience as a truck driver and mechanic during World War II. It's no surprise that she has amassed a car collection estimated to be worth more than $10 million. While she's often seen driving her Land Rover Defender, her impressive collection includes 3 Rolls-Royces, 2 Bentleys, and a custom Range Rover LWB Landaulet. This particular Range Rover is outfitted with the royal flag and features an open-air top, allowing for public appearances. Her extensive collection reflects her lifelong passion for automobiles. Number 14. A tiara covered in 1,333 diamonds. One of the most iconic privileges of being queen is the extensive collection of tiaras, and Queen Elizabeth has no shortage of them. Among her many pieces, the most renowned is the diamond diadem. This remarkable tiara is adorned with 1,333 diamonds, including a central 4-carat yellow diamond. The diamond diadem was originally crafted for King George III's extravagant coronation in 1821. Since 1952, Queen Elizabeth has worn this historic piece for every state opening of Parliament, making it a symbol closely associated with her reign. Its rich history and dazzling beauty make it one of the most beloved and recognizable pieces in the royal collection. Number 15. The Queen has a remarkable collection of Fabergé eggs and accessories, continuing a tradition that began with Queen Alexandra and her husband King Edward VII. They were the first to start collecting these exquisite pieces made by the Russian jeweler and goldsmith Fabergé. This collection has grown over time and is now part of the royal collection, with an estimated 600 pieces. Some items from this collection have been displayed to the public, including a blue cigarette case given to King Edward VII by one of his mistresses, Alice Keppel. After the king's death, Queen Alexandra returned the case to Keppel. Number 16. Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey holds the unique status of being a royal peculiar, meaning it is directly owned and controlled by the monarch. This historic building has been at the heart of royal history for centuries, playing host to many of the monarchy's most significant moments. Every coronation since 1066 has taken place within its walls, making it a symbol of royal tradition and continuity. Beyond coronations, Westminster Abbey has also been the setting for countless royal weddings, including that of Prince William and Kate Middleton, as well as funerals and memorial services for prominent members of the royal family. Its deep connection to the British monarchy makes it one of the most revered and iconic landmarks in the United Kingdom. Number 17. Hyde Park. It's highly unlikely that you'll ever spot the Queen casually strolling through Hyde Park, but she technically owns it. In addition to Hyde Park, she also owns several other well-known parks, including Kensington Gardens, Regent's Park, and the Green Park. These famous green spaces are part of the Crown Estate, meaning they are owned by the monarchy, but remain open to the public, offering a mix of royal history and natural beauty for everyone to enjoy year-round. While the Queen herself may not visit often, these parks are a cherished part of her extensive portfolio of landholdings. Number 18. A gold record. The Queen holds the rare distinction of being awarded a gold disc without ever having sung a single note. In 2002, to celebrate her Golden Jubilee, a star-studded concert called Party at the Palace was held, featuring legendary artists like Elton John, Eric Clapton, Phil Collins, Paul McCartney, and Annie Lennox. The concert was recorded and released as an album, which sold an impressive 100,000 copies in its first week. As a result, the Queen became the first member of the royal family to be awarded a gold record by the recording industry, a unique and fitting tribute to her reign, even though she never performed in the concert herself. Number 19. A colony of bats. Balmoral Castle isn't just home to the royal family. It also hosts a colony of bats that have made themselves comfortable in the main hall. The Queen, known for her love of animals, doesn't seem to mind their presence. In fact, she turns their visits into a playful activity. Armed with a butterfly net, the Queen enjoys catching the bats as they zoom around the castle. She even points them out to her staff, encouraging them to help catch the bats with their own nets. It seems the Queen's fondness for animals extends to all kinds, even the uninvited ones that make their way into her home. Number 20. The world's largest clear-cut diamond. The Great Star of Africa, also known as the Cullinan, is the largest clear-cut diamond in the world, valued at an estimated $51 million. This extraordinary diamond, along with several other stones cut from the original 106-carat diamond unearthed in South Africa in 1905, was presented in 1910 to Queen Mary of Teck, Queen Elizabeth II's grandmother, as a gift. The largest of these stones, the Cullinan Rapin, was set into the sovereign's scepter, a 3-foot-long gold staff originally created for Charles II. This 530-carat diamond is now part of the crown jewels owned by the Crown and remains one of the most iconic and valuable gems in royal history. Number 21. An Aberdeen Angus cow. During her official visit to Canada in 2005, the Queen was presented with a rather unique gift, an Aberdeen Angus cow, while attending the Calgary Stampede Agricultural Show. Since it wasn't practical for the Queen to bring the cow back to the UK, the animal stayed in Calgary. Instead of being just a symbolic gesture, the cow became the founding member of the Stampede's own herd of cattle, making this gift a significant contribution to the agricultural community in the region. Although the Queen couldn't take her gift home, It continued to have a lasting impact in Canada. Number 22. A sloth and two black jaguars. In 1968, when the Queen visited Brazil on a state visit, she was given a rather unique set of gifts, a sloth, and two black jaguars named Marcus and Izida. These gifts were presented by the prefect of Brasilia. While a sloth may not be the first thing that comes to mind as a royal gift, it certainly added to the Queen's collection of memorable presents. The animals were sent to the ZSL London Zoo, where they found a home. It may seem unusual to offer a sloth and jaguars to a monarch, but it's clear the gesture held significance. Perhaps the cultural or symbolic meaning behind the animals made them the perfect choice for such an important occasion. Number 23. Two tortoises from Seychelles. During her official visit to the Seychelles in 1972, the Queen was gifted a pair of Aldabra giant tortoises, a species known for its impressive lifespan of up to 200 years. These tortoises were housed at the ZSL London Zoo, joining other animals the Queen has received over the years. Among them are an African forest elephant named Jumbo, presented by President Amadou Hadjo of Cameroon, as well as two American beavers and an Arctic fox, both gifted by the Hudson's Bay Company in Canada. These exotic animals, all housed at the London Zoo, reflect the wide range of gifts the Queen has received from across the globe. Number 24. Her own flag. In addition to her coat of arms, the Queen has a personal flag that represents her as an individual, separate from her role as the head of state. This unique flag features the letter E topped with a crown, encircled by a garland of roses, all set against a navy blue background. It was reportedly designed in 1960 at the Queen's request to symbolize her personal identity. The royal household uses this flag to mark any building, ship, or vehicle where the Queen is staying or traveling, serving as a distinct symbol of her presence. Number 25. 4 Guinness World Records. The Queen hasn't just earned 1 or 2 records, she's claimed an impressive total of 4. Officially recognized by Guinness World Records, she holds the titles for being the world's longest reigning queen, the oldest reigning monarch, and the wealthiest queen. Additionally, her image appears on the currency of more sovereign nations than any other individual in history. These achievements highlight her unique place in the world, standing above other monarchs in both longevity and global influence. Number 26. A gold Blue Peter badge. Blue Peter is a BBC television program that has been broadcast every week in the UK since 1958, earning the title of the longest-running children's television program in the world. It holds a special place in British pop culture and is well known for awarding badges to recognize achievements across various fields. In 2002, to celebrate her 50 years on the throne, Queen Elizabeth II was presented with the show's highest honor, a gold Blue Peter badge. This prestigious award has also been given to notable figures such as J.K. Rowling, Steven Spielberg, and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, further highlighting its importance and the recognition it brings to those who receive it. Number 27. An offshore wind farm. The Queen is the owner of the Thanet offshore wind farm, which is located 7 miles off the coast of Kent in the North Sea. When it officially opened in 2010, it was the largest offshore wind farm in the world, a remarkable achievement in renewable energy. In addition to this, the Crown also owns several other offshore green energy projects, including Europe's largest tidal power plant, which is currently being built in Scotland. These projects demonstrate the Crown's growing involvement in sustainable energy and its commitment to reducing environmental impact. Number 28. All the gold mines in Scotland. The Queen holds ownership over the rights to all gold mining activities in Scotland. This means that any gold found in the country's mines automatically belongs to the Crown. Even if a regular citizen were to discover gold, it would still be claimed by the royal family. The Crown's legal entitlement to Scotland's gold reserves emphasizes the extent of royal ownership over the country's natural resources. Number 29. 25,000 acres of forest. The Crown owns around 250,000 acres of rural land throughout the UK. While most of this land is leased for activities like agriculture or mineral extraction, About 8% of it is covered by forests. This means the Queen holds ownership of approximately 25,000 acres of forested land in Britain, highlighting her significant control over the country's natural landscapes. Number 30. Trafalgar Square. The Queen not only owns a large part of Regent Street, but also holds ownership of Trafalgar Square, a historic site that includes famous landmarks like Nelson's Column and the British National Gallery. The reason for this royal ownership dates back to when the area housed the royal stables and falconry mews. In the early 19th century, the land was cleared, and the square was designed by Sir Charles Barry. Although the ownership of Trafalgar Square remained with the Crown, the responsibility for its management was handed over to the Commissioners of Woods or the Board of Works. Number 31. Queen Victoria's wedding dress. The Royal Collection houses Queen Victoria's famous wedding dress, and it's the reason brides traditionally wear white today. Before her royal wedding, brides typically chose bright colors like red, but Queen Victoria's decision to wear a cream and white dress made from the finest silk, satin, and lace became a trendsetter. This gown gained such widespread popularity that white became the customary color for wedding dresses. While she wasn't the first woman or even the first royal to wear white on her wedding day, her influence through this fashion choice firmly established the tradition. Number 32. Henry VIII's armor. The Royal Collection also includes an impressive suit of armor that belonged to Henry VIII, dating back to the 1540s. This armor, made of steel, leather, and gold, is particularly fascinating because it was altered over time to accommodate the king's growing waistline. At one point, a 2-inch plate of metal was inserted and riveted into the back of the armor to make it wider. Additionally, both the breastplate and backplate were designed to be adjustable, highlighting the functional and customizable nature of this protective outfit as Henry's physique changed. Number 33. Her own tartan. The British royal family has deep Scottish roots, which is why they have their own official tartan called Royal Stuart. This tartan has represented the British royal line since the late 11th century. However, the reigning monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, is the sole owner of a different tartan named Balmoral. This gray, black, and red tartan was specially designed in 1853 by Prince Albert, the Queen's great-great-grandfather. Because Balmoral belongs exclusively to the Queen, even other members of the royal family must technically seek her permission before wearing it, underscoring its unique status within the royal collection. Number 34. Millions of square feet of retail space. When shopping in the malls across the UK, there's a good chance you're on royal property. No exaggeration. The Queen either partially or fully owns numerous retail spaces, shopping centers, and leisure properties, totaling an estimated 7 million square feet. Despite being surrounded by royal ownership, it's unlikely you'll bump into the Queen while shopping at the mall. Number 35. A national collection of mulberries. Back in the 17th century, King James I planted an extensive mulberry grove on the grounds of what is now Buckingham Palace, hoping to raise his own silkworms. Although this plan wasn't successful, the mulberry plantation continued to flourish. Today, Queen Elizabeth II is the proud owner of the official British National Collection of mulberries. This collection includes 29 different species of mulberry trees, which are spread across the grounds of both Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace, preserving the legacy of these historic plants. Number 36. Several Caribbean islands. The Queen's reign extends over Commonwealth realms, which include countries such as Australia, Canada, and several Caribbean islands. This means that, in a way, the Queen also holds dominion over these Caribbean nations, which include the Bahamas, Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, and others. In each of these countries, the Queen has a specific title. For example, in Jamaica, she is formally known as Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of Jamaica, and her other realms and territories, head of the Commonwealth. Number 37. Prime seating at Wimbledon. In 2010, the Queen surprised the crowd at Wimbledon by attending the tournament to watch Andy Murray play, marking her first visit in over 30 years. Back in 1922, a 74-seat royal box was purchased at Wimbledon, and it remains under the Queen's ownership. The seats in this prestigious box are typically occupied by honored guests, government officials, and members of the royal family, but they can only be filled by invitation. Additionally, those seated in the royal box must adhere to a strict dress code, adding to the exclusivity of this prime seating at the tournament. Number 38, a McDonald's. Perhaps one of the most unexpected items on this list is that the Queen owns a McDonald's branch, open to the public. Located 80 miles from London at the Banbury Gateway Shopping Park on the outskirts of Oxfordshire, this McDonald's is certainly fit for royalty. It features leather sofas, Eames chairs, laminate floors, digital menus, and even offers table service, adding a touch of elegance to the fast food experience. Which of these items surprised you the most, and which did you already know about? Are there any other surprising possessions the Queen has that we didn't include? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.